Hi there, and welcome back to Stronger After the Storm. There's something about music after a heart attack that feels different. Lands differently, it hits deeper. Songs you've heard 100 times suddenly carry something else. I found at times music didn't just sit in the background anymore. It became a direct link to memories, emotions, and moments I hadn't thought about in years. And sometimes it caught me right off guard. After something like a heart attack, you're more aware of life, of time, of what matters, and music taps straight into that. It doesn't go through logic, it goes straight to feeling, straight to your gut. That's why a song or even a single chord can take you back in seconds to a specific place, a person, to a version of yourself you maybe thought was gone. I've had moments where a song comes on and suddenly I'm not where I am anymore. I'm somewhere else entirely, back in a different time, before everything changed. And there's something very powerful in that. It isn't always easy. I've talked a great deal on these shows about the physical side of recovery, but the emotional side is just as heavy. It is emotional, and I definitely found that music had and still has a way of bringing those emotions right to the surface. Sometimes that means feeling things that you've been pushing down, thinking about life differently, processing things we can't quite put into words, realising how much has changed and what actually matters to you now. It can be uncomfortable. I've certainly had to sit with those moments, but it can also be part of healing. There were times in my own journey where music became a kind of companion. On my long walks in the woods and down by the river, in the car, or just simply sitting quietly on the sofa in front of the fire. Not as a distraction, but to sit with and witness what was going on. Again, trying to process it in a way that words don't always manage. I started to notice certain songs felt heavier. Some felt comforting and some not so comforting. Some gave me a sense of calm I didn't expect, and some more focus on them before. And over time, I began to see that more. Not deliberately at first, but naturally. You lean into what helps. I found myself delving into genres of music that I had never quite been so in tune with before, and I still do. I find myself searching more. And music also brings memory with it. After a heart attack, memory feels different because you're aware that life isn't as guaranteed as you once thought. And the memories tied to a particular track or an old album, they seem to feel more real. They feel sharper. They matter more. I love the Foo Fighters, and with my youngest son, had been to see them many times before my heart attack. I listened to them a great deal of the time, and I still do. Whilst I was in hospital, he made me a playlist. Songs like Learning to Walk Again and Times Like These hit very hard and brought me to tears in a way I never expected. Emotion right to the surface without warning. Those lyrics took on a way deeper meaning than ever before. If you've found yourself reacting differently to music lately, if a song has maybe suddenly moved you to tears or gave you a sudden burst of hope, you're not imagining it. Something has shifted in you, and that connection between sound, memory, and emotion, it can actually help you move through recovery in a quiet way, a personal way, one song at a time. Lean into that. Music is very powerful. On my website, strongerafterthestorm.com, I'm about to start work on a section called The Rhythm Room. It's not quite ready yet, but it's a place where I want to delve into the connection of music and healing. I'm hoping it will become a place where we can share our listening experiences. Please keep an eye on that in the coming months. And if you enjoyed this episode and identified with me here, then please subscribe and follow my insights and reflections. Share this episode with someone who might just need it. You'll be helping me a great deal and other men trying to rebuild their lives after a heart attack. This is Stronger After the Storm. I'm Dougie. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.